we are doing something a little different. I'm headed to the Los Angeles Pet Cemetery. I've never actually been there before. It's located in Calabasas, and I even have these little flowers that are from my backyard for one dog in particular, whose story I found very interesting, but I'll explain more about that when we get there, so let's go. Okay, so we made it. The Los Angeles Pet Memorial Park. This is so cute. The Rainbow Bridge. I always loved that poem. So the origin story is that in 1924, Dr. Eugene C. Jones set up a vet clinic over in West Hollywood. So a lot of his clientele were wealthy upper-class people, and many of them were also in the film industry. So because of the laws that stated that no animal could be buried within city limits, in 1928, Dr. Jones decided to buy 10 acres of land outside of rural Calabasas, and he created the Los Angeles Pet Park that you see here today. So we're going to follow this little path up here, and as you can see way up there, I believe that is the original building built in 1929. So let's go ahead and follow this all the way up there and check it out. Racing up here before the sprinkler can get me. Ooh. Okay, so we made it. Let's see if I can focus on this. So I believe this is the original Mausoleum. It was built in 1929, and it has some beautiful stained glass windows. Let's see if we can go inside and take a look. How beautiful. So as we round the corner, we can see this little room here. It's beautiful and bright and has all these names on the walls commemorating all the pets. And I just loved this stained glass window, all these little doggies. So let's go outside now and see if we can find some of the other pets that I came to see. So I finally found Kabar's tombstone. This was Rudolph Valentino's precious Doberman Shepherd puppy. So Kabar was gifted to Rudolph by a Belgian diplomat who adored the actor. Rudolph and Kabar were the best of friends, and he loved his puppy. But on what would be Rudolph's last trip though, he had left Kabar at his mansion in LA while he went to Manhattan. Well, Rudolph ended up passing away at the age of 31 while there, and it's said that at the time he died, Kabar started howling back home in LA. Nobody could calm this dog. He screamed and howled and just frightened everybody. He became so restless and sick, he eventually ran off for several months. But when he did return home, he was in such poor condition, he never fully recovered. Illness, and I'm sure a broken heart, led to his death on January 17th, 1929. So people have reported seeing Kabar's ghost, not only here at his grave, where they say that people's hands get licked or they hear panting or barking, but also at Valentino's Falcon Lair home here in LA, where around his birthday particularly, they have spotted Kabar wandering around, possibly still looking for Valentino. Now, I hope those rumors aren't true, because I think it's rather sad if Kabar's spirit is still wandering around looking for Valentino. I like to think that he has found him, found peace, and I hope he has, because that's why I brought these flowers for Kabar, because this dog reminds me a lot of my dog, Luna. She's very attached, and it just kind of pulled on my heartstrings the most. So I hope that him and Valentino are together again in heaven. So here we have the tombstone of the Jones family dog. This is supposedly the first pet that was buried here in the park. As I mentioned, Dr. Eugene Jones, he created this pet cemetery. So we have the Jones family pet. You can see a little picture here. We also have Molly, Midge, and Valentine to keep each other company. Okay, because I'm a fan of both Rambo and Rocky movies, this one really stood out. That's so cool. Rambo and Rocky. Awesome. Oh, here is the pictures of Rambo and Rocky. Sweet. The best companion and friend, sadly missed, never forgotten. You filled our lives with joy. We miss you dearly and love you always. So for anybody that is a pet fan or that just loves pets, this is a little bit emotional for me because I'm a big pet person and it's kind of emotional, so very bittersweet. So, oh, Samson and Delilah, I love it. Sweet. I love the names. So I found a few historic names here. We have Betsy Ross right here. And right over here we have Achilles. So this is really beautiful. They have these doggy statues over here dressed up. They must look like the pets that were buried there. So we have found Tawny the African lion. Tawny was called Leo the lion. He was, I believe it was the first MGM lion to be used. The tombstone says 1918 to 1940, but a pretty popular figure. And pretty interesting to find a lion in the middle of a, usually a dog, cat, pet cemetery, but yeah, there he is. Pretty cool. So this is a pretty interesting grave. Canine from Mars, out of this world being pure good. Thank you, Canine, for lovingly helping kids and the world. With kids, make a difference. That's very sweet. We got some hawks chirping up there. Oh, looks like there's a nest too. And here we found Topper, which was Hopalong Cassidy's horse. Quite the famous horsey. And over here, a couple other famous horses you may recognize. There is Smoke, famous horse of stage and screen, beloved pet of Chief and Mrs. Thundercloud. And their other horse, Sunny, which was also called Good Scout, famous horse of stage and screen, beloved pet of Chief and Mrs. Thundercloud. So what's interesting is they're actually 6-foot caskets, so this whole thing is them. Horses underneath here take up a lot of space. Very interesting, but yeah, there they are. So if you're wondering who owns this property now, well, in 1973, the Jones family decided to donate this property to the SPCA. But in 1983, the SPCA wanted to sell this property to local developers because it was running at a loss. But a group called S.O.P.H.I.E, which stands for Save Our Pets History for Eternity, strongly opposed that sale because it meant that all of this would be changed and removed. So after about 3 years of legal battles and fundraising, they were able to purchase this land on September 12, 1968. And because of them and their hard work and dedication, this property, this pet cemetery, is protected under California state law indefinitely, permanently, forever. And I think that's absolutely wonderful that this place will always be here, and all these pets, everyone's beloved family members will get to stay exactly where they are and rest peacefully forever. So we just left the cemetery. I think we walked around for about 3 hours just to take our time to see everything. And if you're ever in the area, I do recommend that you stop by and check it out because it's a beautiful and peaceful place. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you